When the Turnbull government caved into political pressure and set up a royal commission into the banks, it clearly hoped that would take the sting out of the issue. But that hope has now evaporated. Because the evidence has been so disturbing and so distressing to so many people, the government has been exposed for a lack of foresight. And now all it can do in mitigation is impose even tougher penalties and give the Commission all the time it needs.
Yeah.
It would be the gold medalist if ASIC was handing out medals for fees for no service, wouldn't it?
Yes. Customer signatures were forged.
That brings us up to the 15th false or misleading statement by AMP to ASIC.
This week, the Commission has heard remarkable revelations. An executive from AMP has admitted the company made at least 18 false statements to ASIC.
Because I lied and I cheated and I lied a little more.
AMP's internal reports show that its staff discussed covering up the scandal.
The Royal Commission is discovering criminal activity.
What has occurred here and what has been admitted to in the Royal Commission by AMP is deeply disturbing.
No, baby, no, don't lie.
This is a government that ran a protection racket for the banks and finance sector. They voted against the Royal Commission on more than 20 occasions.
This type of behaviour can attract penalties which include jail time.
Dodgy, disgusting, scandalous behaviour.
When we went ahead with this inquiry,
Reluctantly.
well, sure, but the record is clear on that, Sabra.
The government is not proposing a Royal Commission, and we've opposed one consistently.
Bill Shorten's call for a Royal Commission into the banking industry is just another distraction, just a thought bubble of his to respond to the news of the week. That the only way we can give all Australians a greater degree of assurance about the financial system is through a Royal Commission into misconduct into the financial services industry.
I've seen more enthusiastic people going off to the gallows.
It was another damning day of evidence at the Banking Royal Commission. The Commonwealth has admitted its advisers continued to charge clients fees even after they died.
The federal government says it's prepared to extend the Royal Commission into the banking industry.
Well, the government has been taking action, is taking action, and will continue to take action.
And did the government get it wrong in holding off on this?
We've taken a number of measures to strengthen ASIC and to strengthen the regulation, and now we've got a Royal Commission as well.
AMP's Chief Executive, Craig Miller, has become the first executive to lose his job as a result of the Banking Royal Commission.
The government has announced today that it is basically massively increasing penalties, both civil and criminal, for corporate misconduct and corporate crimes.
We have taken the view that it's important for the government to get on with the job of financial reform.
The public just want us to focus on getting stuff done.
If it wasn't for Labor, there wouldn't be anyone to penalise, would there? We wouldn't know what was going on.
We've strengthened ASIC.
We're not frightened of taking action.
We've introduced one tranche of stronger financial regulation legislation after another.
Let me finish, because it's an important question, and I think too often we just speak in little grabs.
We'll look forward to the completion of the inquiry. Thank you all very much.
Stop lying.